original. Since I started on these bitches invisible. Copy everything I do so typical. Ain't you want me while these chickens are inquisitive? Started off one day, had me saying things the Hispanic girls say. Hating when we call the shit Spanish girls say. Had me thinking they gon' live the Spanish girl way. Yeah, and I'm just too pretty. Straight up out the womb, up in New York City. Long hair, blue eyes, chains on titties. Paved the way for all these washed up biddies. And I'm not the one gonna have you running back when I am done. Fussing on these petty bitches, White Iverson. That's it, girl, I won. You're just the re-one. BX like Big Pun, and I ain't even back on. That all ain't making money off the shit I did 4 years ago. Fuck out of here, like what y'all thought this was? I'm coming back for my town. Fuck out of here, yeah. What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? Yo. Yeah. What's good? What's good, everybody? What's good?
What up, everybody? It's your girl Adaloso. Just in case you didn't know,
What's good, everybody? What's good? It's your boy DJ SJ614, and we are the New York Dose, featuring our June motherfucking guest host.
Yeah, it's your boy Marcus from Into the Minds. It's my last episode with y'all. I miss y'all, it's real. But I just want to introduce our guests.
Que lo que, Jewleesah Contreras, Ladies Who Bronche, check us out. That's my podcast. I'm also a writer and overall creative.
Yes! The New York Dose is a weekly podcast run by a team of multicultural millennials, bringing you pop culture chit-chat, current events, and a dose of New York City.
this show is comprised of 3 main sections that are broken up into smaller segments, and the main sections are the Subway, Empire State of Mind, and Times Square.
If you hear anything you like, use the hashtag TNYD or mention us at the New York Dose so we can converse with you. Or you can call or text us at 520-815-6670 and leave us a voicemail or message that we will air on our next episode during our Dose Mail segment. Again, that's 520-815-6670. And if you didn't catch that, rewind this shit.
Okay, now we're gonna jump into the motherfucking Subway.
And first section of the show, let's go.
Alright, Jewleesah, and in this section, this correlates with the New York City MTA subway line, and since we have our beautiful guest, we're gonna make her ride on this motherfucking train.
Ride it.
Okay, so let's jump on the G train.
This is the guest train.
I can't.
After all of that, Jewleesah Contreras
In the building, what the fuck is up, mama?
You.
What's up,
What's
guys?
up?
I'm happy to be back under the new regime.
That's right.
It's my first time back since you were Once Upon a Time Bodega podcast. RIP. I've just been working. I've been writing a lot. In the past couple of months, I've also been traveling a lot. I had the pleasure of writing 2 episodes for Cat Lazo at Me Too for season 3 of The Cat Call, and those are out. Actually, this week, my first episode airs.
Oh,
You guys have to share all of that. And then I did a project with Lenny Letters. That's Lena Dunham's company, and they're doing sort of a revamping of, their beliefs and, because she's caused a lot of drama. So they're sort of disassociating themselves with that and really trying to dig into real stories. And I did a whole segment for them on Dominican hair salons and my relationship with them in terms of my hair and my blackness. So that was really dope, and I'm hoping to do the next season with them as well. So that's been dope. Amazing. Finished a new play.
Congratulations.
Yes, those are hard.
That shit is hard. That shit is hard. Congratulations.
That shit is hard, but I'm really excited about that, and just been taking over WeWork.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. This is WeWork motherfucking numbers over here. Like the fucking.
She came through when our first mixer. Started as a member, now I'm here.
No,
okay, literally. literally was a member, and now I run an entire building.
If there's ever an example of climbing a fucking ladder, it is Jewleesah. Like, that shit was magical.
Yeah,
oh my god.
So really dope. And in that space, I bring that up to say that in that space, I've been able to bring in my artistic cohort to do projects and really have people's eyes on them, and it also feeds back that community because we're in Harlem. There's a lot of soul in Harlem, so some of the events we want to do for our members aren't just about growing their business, it's about celebrating their identities and the things that are true about their background. So it's really exciting for me to manage a space like that and then also be killing it in sales. My building is 95% capacity right now. We're like, she better say it.
Go the fuck off.
Yeah, and so it's really nice to have that, and then of course through everything I do, keeping up my activism, because there's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. So
Tell me about it.
She came through and dropped
Yo, I told
flex balls. My building's at 95%. Yes. We out here getting money.
I'm trying to finish my plate. I was telling, I had texted D this morning, and I was like, yo, like, about my other shit, and I was like, yo, I'm at Hype. Jewleesah's coming through tonight. Well, today.
I'm so excited to be
And I
here.
was like, yes, I feel like every time or I have an encounter with you, I feel like I'm just like 10 times smarter. Smarter. Yeah, I was like, I just feel so smart after.
She did mention that when we was walking up that
Really?
I was like, word.
She just throws knowledge. Just like, ooh, ooh.
Tossing it down. I love it. Oh, there's so many fucking achievements. So, for those of you that may not know, Jewleesah and I actually know each other through a program called MCC. We were in the youth theater company together. That was about, at this point,
Almost 10 years.
almost 10 years
It's
ago.
about to be 10 years.
Wow, are we gonna do something?
Something. We better.
We better.
Our year was a
10
defining
years.
For a
year.
lot, yeah.
Our years, that was when we did it in the theater that had the car seats.
Was it the Zip Theater?
The zip, wasn't that it with the car
I think so, yeah,
seat
absolutely. And it was lit.
audience? That year was like a
Yeah, explosive.
with
yeah.
the youth company, because it was a mix of the people of the past, but then like the beginning of the new generation of us that were like really seriously taking
Into
into the art. Like
Yep.
we really owned our art at an early stage, and it's really the only reason why we do shit like this.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that we have to do something.
We have to do something indeed. We're gonna get on
We
that.
gonna get on
We're gonna
that.
get on that.
Soon come, soon come.
Soon come indeed. So, okay, so there's so many fucking journeys, like I don't even know which one to dive into, but like I'm gonna listen to my body and my mind and go with what I want. I want to talk about Ladies Who Bronche, because that's a recent passion project of yours. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I think it was clear from when even you guys were starting your podcasts, when it was Bodega, how enthusiastic I was about the idea and supporting you guys, because I always felt like our voice was needed in that way. And then, it had occurred to me, like, I'm always supporting other people and building up their projects and the things that they do, which is dope, you know what I mean? Like, I believe that it takes a village to make, our growth in those ways. But I was like, damn, like, I like this shit and I want to be doing this shit myself every week. Why am I not also doing it? So then, I got together with Skittles, because Skittles is my partner in crime with everything.
I love it.
Like really, really like solid, love him. And so I got with him and I was like, yo, we have an audience. We talk mad shit all the time that goes unheard, that I think is a good voice and people enjoy, and not in a cocky way, but I think we're kind of funny. You know what I mean? So, and if I'm not funny, Juan is certainly fucking hilarious.
You guys compliment each other.
Right, and so I was just like, yo, and we're always doing it at brunch. Like, that's when we have our drunken mimosa, dream brainstorms. And so let's do that on the air, and let's reach audiences that don't usually get a platform. And for me, it's really important that my guests don't really have to be anyone by trade or a specific, like, talent, you know. I want just people to be able to speak, and so it's exciting to me that I can bring a friend from middle school who works at a car dealership and is a mom, and that's what she is, you know what I mean, and that's great, and then be able to bring in like Derek, you know, who has his own podcast. It's just a wonderful way to continue conversation. I really do believe that conversation is what drives change, because that's the moment in time in which we check in with each other and really understand each other's values and backgrounds. Yeah, so I'm passionate about that, storytelling. That's where that came from, and hopefully people just want to tune in and fuck with it.
Hey.
What is your goal with Ladies Who Brunch? Like, what do you want people to walk away with after each episode?
Well, I should say that Ladies Who Brunch is a podcast, but really what I'm looking to build is a brand. It's not a you see, it's a brand, because I think first of all, I love, especially nowadays, thinking about taking the word lady and empowering it to not mean just female and feminine in the way that society says, but like when you think about like a lady being a boss, in the same way that you associate having balls with strength, I want to associate the word like being a lady, like being a hustler, right? Yes. Because oftentimes women who we consider ladies, and what we admire about them is there's a passion and a hustle that they have that they always get,
right,
in the classiest way possible, you know what I mean? Or in the most authentic way. And so for me, Ladies Who Bronche, or Ladies Who, which is the brand, is just hustlers who, people who are really out there taking in their surroundings, and you know, who travel, who write. You know, I'm already thinking about a section called Ladies Who Love, and I want to do portraits of people that I love, you know what I mean? We're so surrounded by so many characters and beautiful things, and I just want to dive into stuff like that. So my goal is for people to connect in a way and feel empowered to be themselves in the most authentic way possible.
I love it. I love that. I love that brand idea. I love everything about it. I think you added me to connect and talk afterwards.
Always.
I also, like, I'm just saying things in my head, you know. I also, you know, there's 3 podcasts in one room right now. I think also there needs to be some crossing that needs to happen.
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
We'll talk off air. But also on top of all of that, I just caressed this mic ever so like slightly. On top of all of that, I think that actually I don't know where this thought went anymore, so I'm gonna get back to it. But okay. I am very much. I wanted to ask a question that I know the answer to, but like I'm trying to play the audience member. Is it only ladies allowed on Ladies Who Brunch?
No, absolutely not. The idea, like I said, is lady is being reimagined and redefined as like hustler, go-getter, breaking conventions. I just want people to sit across from me that are breaking the conventions of their spaces, no matter what that space is.
Love it. Do you see a moment in time when like you guys might start like really having brunch in front of you, like while you do it?
I have this wonderful dream that we will get an audience that's tapped into so well that I can go to a restaurant and say, I'm shooting an episode here, is that good? And then we'll say it's sponsored by you. You'll pay for a round or 2 of my drinks.
I love it.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
And that's out there. That's out there, just so you know.
Yeah, and you know, just saying I'm gonna do that, and then it's promoting that brunch spot, because me and Juan have really good brunch opinions. Like not in a happy way, but we're actually very good at picking out spots and tailoring it to the people who are asking us for the recommendation. So I think that eventually that's part of the Ladies Who, like when we're brunching, we're also like food critics, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So hopefully that'll get to that point. But even further than that, I wanna have brunch in spaces that brunch is not meant to be had with people. So like in the middle of a gym, maybe not a workout gym, but like a basketball court, like inside court, maybe like set it up mad fancy, and everywhere we go it's set up mad fancy, and we're just,
it's like a disruption
Rucker Park
in the space.
Yeah, you know what I mean, like just random ass places. So Yeah.
Very Anthony Bourdain vibe.
Yeah.
Jewleesah, there's so
R.I.P.
there's so many avenues you can go within. That's like amazing when you can have
I
that.
don't even know.
in a
I need to build
brand,
a team, bro.
Yes.
and that shit will
That
come. Put
is
it out
what
there.
it is,
Put it
and
out
I'm
there.
just not in a place where I can pay people, and I so believe in paying your, peers for their hard work and dedication.
I do
you know what
believe
I
that
mean?
too, but sometimes you just
gotta, but you have to find somebody who really believes in your shit.
I was gonna say,
you know?
Yeah, at the I feel like also like you have to sometimes just find people that are down with the dream and are willing to fight hard enough until you can start doing that expenditure.
But there has to be like a trust thing, like that like this shit is gonna go somewhere, and that we both gonna,
Yeah. I want to get into somebody that might be on your journey.
Okay.
Let's go down the writing path. How do you instruct one on how to get to where you are right now with writing?
Right. Actually, you like commit to something, create your own deadlines, and write. Constantly think of whatever context you're in as a story that you want to send to others. What do you want to teach people about this moment? Like, I find when I'm riding the train a lot, like those random conversations and storylines or parts of the world that are around me but I don't participate in necessarily, I think about those and I'm like, oh, how do I create a window to that? Because a lot of people don't see that. And then just write, like, and keep going. And if you're someone who needs something to really kick your ass, look at the list of things you can submit to and put their deadlines on your calendar so that you're submitting your work.
I love it.
And you have a reason to be, active and on your ass about getting pages.
How do you find things to submit to?
So you can go, there's like a bunch of websites. I forget the name of one of them. I have it just like saved on a hyperlink, but it's quite easy to find these platforms. And if you know any theater companies that you've seen a production at that you like or something, always go to their website